everyone. This is What's Done in the Dark Tea, and we are recapping Love Island Season 8, Episode 33. If you guys could do me a favor, do all the things, like, share, subscribe, follow, I would really appreciate it. And yeah, let's get started. Okay, guys, we are in the final stretch. This is Friday night's episode, so we only have one more episode left of Love Island Season 8. I'm not gonna lie, you guys. I'm ready for it to be over. This season just really didn't do it for me in the way that some of the others have. There were moments of it that I found to be really entertaining, but overall, it didn't do for me what Love Island usually does, but, you know, that's okay. Everything is different, you know. Every season is not going to be the same, is what I'm trying to say. So, this was just one that just won't go up there with my favorite seasons, but that's all right. So episode 32 starts off and it's Mel and Sin. We're picking up on the conversation that they were having the night before. He says that he's going to do everything in his power possible to fix it. He says that he knows what he wants and it's her in his life. And of course, Melanie is just standing there looking sad, like, this relationship is really just kicking her butt and she will not give it a rest. So I think that she's going to have to see this through, whether it's positive or negative. And yeah, I guess that's just where we're at with that. We get a conversation between Anaya and Mel, and whenever she is talking, she says that she feels like something is off with Sincere. Yeah, I feel it too. Like, whenever they're having this conversation, he seems very, I don't know, checked out or whatever. So her saying that, I agree. You could see it through the screen. She says that she doesn't want to look dumb. I think it might be too late for that. You might as well just go ahead and see it through. Anaya asked her a very important question and asked her how she felt about the situation. And her response to this was so weird because it was like, I don't know. And then she just kind of like hopped up and walked away. And I was like, this is just so weird. Like, do you want your friends to be truthful with you or not? I don't know. It was weird. At the same time, Sin and Bryce are having a conversation. He says that he knows his actions are what caused the situations between their families. He wishes that it could have been, you know, a more peaceful day, but he's aware that it's his fault. Bryce just says, you know, you just got to prove that you really want to do this and make it up to her. I agree, if that's really what he wants to do. We get a conversation between Carl and Anaya. They're talking about they have similar upbringings, you know, both coming from families that expected a lot. I really do think Anaya and Carl are compatible. I do. So that's not a surprise to me. We see TT and KC talking. She drops the L word again. Like, just tell that man that you're in love with him already. I'm tired of it. Dylan says that he feels bad for Sincere and asks how long he's going to have to put up with it. And pretty much just says it's not going to work on the outside. Bryce is saying that he is jolly. He is just happy that him and Trinity are working out. We are too. We get a conversation between Carl, Zach, and Dylan, and Dylan is letting us know that he is excited to go to Georgia now and hang out with Kenzie's family. Zach also expresses that he is ready to do life on the outside. We get a conversation between Kenzie, TT, and Kata. She's still trying to explain what exclusive is. And I'm like, girl, just give it up. If you guys are exclusive, you're just exclusive. Just stop talking about it. It's making it worse. Kenzie says that she really likes Dylan and that she also wants to be exclusive. She's worried about whenever they get out of the villa and girls throwing themselves at him. Out of everyone, I feel like Kinsey has the least to worry about as far as men or women throwing themselves at the person. I think that she has the least to worry about. The whole time that Kinsey is talking about wanting to be exclusive and Kata is trying to explain exclusive, TT's just sitting over there shaking her head, looking like, sure, Jan. Then we get this weird shot. At this point, I don't even know if it could be classified as weird. I feel like this is the norm of this villa, but Bryce and Zach are like spotting Dylan, but like straddling over his chest, like very interesting. I feel like Kinsey was okay with like them acting gay until it was like her man, because she was just like, what are they doing to Dylan? You know what they're doing to Dylan, Kinsey. Sid and Mel seem to be doing better today. He still seems a little down, but I mean, his family was very truthful with him, as was her, so I imagine that is a lot for him to think about, which he should think about what he did, because that was crazy. He says that he knows where he wants to go, and he wants her to be his passenger princess. And of course, Melanie smiles and giggles and acts like this man never played in her face. Dylan gets a text, and we find out that we are getting another absolutely disgusting food challenge. I really thought that we were going to get through this entire season without them spitting food into one another's mouth or being covered in ketchup, but here we are yet again. So the final challenge of Love Island season 8 is called Check Me Out, and pretty much they're transferring food from mouth to mouth into a scale. They carry the food down like this like slippery kind of like runway type thing and get it over a finish line, and then they have to kiss. It's truly disgusting. And the order that they go in is Casey and TT, then it's Dylan and Kinsey. Of course, we get a split from Kinsey, then we get Melanie and Sincere. Zach and Kata, they were disgusting as hell. They really enjoyed that, and I did not. I was gagging the whole time. Carl and Anaya, they got mayonnaise as one of their items. Oh my God, I felt like I could smell it through the TV. They were pretty funny though when they were going down the like little runway. Like at one point, Anaya just falls and she hasn't even taken like one step. She just falls off the side of the runway, and I thought that was pretty funny, but overall just completely disgusting. Trinity and Bryce were just gagging the whole time, and that would have been me because that's just disgusting. After that, we get we see the couples hanging out, everyone is talking. Kinsey gets a text and she finds out that there's going to be a family meal, so they all start to get ready. Whenever they come down, it's nighttime, they're all eating, they get Chinese takeout. Trinity is giving a toast, and everybody's just kind of going around the table saying what their favorite moments in the villa were. It was kind of funny because they asked TT how she felt about her first moments in the villa, and I thought that was funny. They're going around the table, and of course, Zach mentions Bryce before he mentions Kata, which is why what happens is extremely shocking to me. Sin is, shouting out everybody in the house, throws a little shade at Trinity about them not being as close. Melanie is in the middle of her speech, and then the text comes in letting them know that America has been voting for their top 4 couples, and the 2 couples with the fewest votes will be sent home. The first couple to go is Anaya and Carl. They open their cookie and they find out that they are safe. Then Trinity and Bryce open their cookie and they are safe as well. We have Melanie and Sincere. They are also safe. I'm not surprised by Melanie and Sincere. That's not the part that surprised me. Then we get Dylan and Kinsey. They are dumped from the villa. No surprises there. This is what truly shocked me. So then we have Zach and Kata, TT, and KC. They show everybody they're all lifting up their fortune cookies at the same time. TT goes and she reads hers. And she finds out that her and KC are eliminated from the villa. This is the kind of stuff that makes me want to stop watching Love Island. I am by no means a KC apologist by any means. But I know for a fact that his fans were voting. This to me makes absolutely no sense. I refuse to believe that more people voted for Zach and Kata than voted for KC and TT. I refuse to believe that. I refuse to believe that. I know for a fact KC and TT were one of my couples. I know for a fact people were voting for KC and TT. I do not believe this one bit. They wanted the core four in the final, and that's what we got. I do not believe this. I just truly don't. So we get to see TT and KC packing their bags, along with Kinsey and Dylan. Kinsey says that she's happy. She feels like she's already won a prize. Sin is very visibly upset to lose KC, and I imagine because the closest people to Sin in the house was Corbin and KC, and both of them are gone. Even though him and Corbin were a little rocky at the end, he lost both of his homeboys. So that was just really sad. And honestly, I'm ready for this season to be over. I am. That's why this review is probably the shortest one I've done. This episode was short. It's just, honestly, it's exhausting. See them exit the villa. We get one last split from Kinsey. We get to see the final four couples come together. Sin gets a text, and this is the final four. Yeah, guys, I'm not gonna lie. This is so underwhelming to me. Like, you can't tell me. Yeah, let's just go ahead and wrap this up. This is gonna be almost our last Love Island review, but like I said before in my other episodes, we cover pop culture, celebrities. I have a true crime channel every single week, so stay around after Love Island season and we will be covering what's going on, all the headlines that are going on in real time. We will be talking about it right here. I look forward to seeing you guys. Happy Love Island final episode weekend. I will see you guys Sunday night. Ay, ay, ay. Have a good night, y'all. I'm underwhelmed. Bye.